Okay. All right. Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Don't panic. I'm just emailing those that aren't able to get in on the link. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
I think we're good. I think people were just banging down the doors, waiting to get in.
Oh, look, there's Pepper and Evelyn and Anne and Sherry and Julie and Susan and Sherry and Seta and Amy. Sometimes you get called by your J.MAK name. Oh, Jibu's waving at somebody. Is that me?
To friends.
There's Jamie and Marlene. Oh my God, everybody's connecting.
Oh my gosh.
I'm looking for some of the people that said they couldn't. There's Katie. Katie, I love your blue walls. It looks like JK Place.
All right, here they come.
So Jeff, do you want to take over? Or are we waiting a couple more minutes?
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. New year, new Zoom, same old J.MAK, right?
Yeah, well
not really.
I got a new haircut.
Because we have some new J.MAK partners with us today. Yay!
Yeah.
We have Olga from Cadidio, who's joining us
Hello.
our new hotel in Venice. We have J.Pay, who's joining us from the Rockaway Hotel. We have J.Rob, who's a pretty new hotel, Sage Lodge in Montana. I was out there last year pre-COVID. And then everybody knows our boo, Jibu. Jibu. And Jibu is joining us from Athens, and she's going to talk about all of our hotels in Mykonos.
And Santorini. Oh, and both? And
well, not Santorini tonight.
Sorry, I ruined that.
2 hats. So, our Greek guru.
Do you want to start off with just a little recap of us and what's going on, or?
Yeah, so, new year, new us. I think we're hopefully you're in the same boat, seeing things slowly start to progress here. We're seeing some interest for, last minute right now domestically. We're seeing talk about international towards summer and festive. So, I think John and I both feel like we're going in the right direction finally.
Yeah.
There's a long road ahead.
I'm literally going in the right. Well, actually, this is the wrong direction. I think that's the right direction.
What road is ahead?
RV. I'm live from the RV again today. However, I've been snowed in yet again. I mean, we got another 6 inches of snow, and there's like another storm coming on Sunday. So for some of you, I'll get there. Tara, I'll probably see you fairly soon. Carrie, I'll probably see you. Oh, Maureen's here. Hi, Maureen. And Helen. Oh my God, look at all my. There's so many. I get distracted by seeing all your faces. I'm sorry. It's like Hollywood Squares. But we do have some great new properties coming online. As Jeff was saying, we're seeing some movement. So for like J.Rob, for example, in Montana, I mean, we've been driving them crazy for the past year with bookings. Others like up in, Chatham Bars, in a Perry Cabin. Now that California's open again, there's been a lot of movement out there. We've got a new property up in the Finger Lakes. It's actually the first hotel that the Macmobile has visited. Don't get jealous, everybody else. I'll be there eventually. But I was too scared to drive to Julian and Rockaway, on like the Van Wyck in if any of you know what the Van Wyck is, but the New York highways. But out on it's Canandaigua, which is the lake house. So they joined yesterday. So we have more local destinations for you as well until you can open up and go see Olga in Venice and Jibu in Athens, and Santorini, I should say, and Mykonos. But, and there's more in the pipeline. So we're really lucky that, we have actually had some traction, and we're seeing bookings also for many of you. Jamie just booked Austin proper, right, Jamie? And others. So there is movement happening. Jeff, help before I ruin this.
Well, and speaking of new, first of all, Michelle Stewart said that if you're in Connecticut, swing on by. So.
Oh my God! Wait, where is she? Is she on there?
She
on my screen?
She commented to everybody.
Michelle, email me hi@jmak.com, and I'll come.
Somebody that we need to. We have Pepper, as we like to call her, or PEPR.
Well, look at that, J-Rob. She copied you.
Yep.
She copied you.
She's joining us in PR, social media. So all the great posts you're seeing on social media, it's all her. So
Now, Pepper, is that heart always there, or is that for Valentine's Day?
It is actually always there, but we were on Instagram Live today with Nobu in Chicago, and she was talking about their Valentine's Day packages. So I was like, I'm not only wearing red, but I am sitting by my heart. So it was perfect.
And we probably got a booking request.
So that's what's new, our Instagram Lives. We're doing more of those, so you can tune in to watch tours. I did our first one from Nobu, Miami. I'm avoiding the snow. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back up north for at least the next few months. So we're going to do more of those little live tours from our partners. So why don't we jump in and kind of get a pulse on what's going on, what's new, what's happening. Olga, do you want to start since you are our newest? Tell us about you, tell us about the property, tell us about what's going on in Italy.
Yes, sure. First of all, thanks for inviting me to this. I'm sure this will be a lot of fun, not only today, but also in the next future with you guys. I'm very happy to be now part of the J.MAK family. We were just thinking about my J name. So we'll update about that. So I work as sales manager for Cadidio. Cadidio is part of the lifestyle, Voyotel's lifestyle, which actually is under an ongoing rebranding project. So the new brand name, well, this will be a pre-announcement session because first of all, I'm pronouncing the new name of our brand, which will be VU Retreats. So it takes
one more
the
time.
Well, I think
No,
that
say
the next
Say it again.
V Retreats. So V is taken from Voi, which actually means Vera Ospitalità Italiana, the true Italian hospitality.
So you sure you don't want to name it J Retreats?
J Retreats could be. Why not? So we have, actually it's a collection of historical buildings or great location like also Venice, but also Rome and Taormina, in this iconic destination where clients can really live the true Italian hospitality and experience. And then the second pre-announcement, then an official one will take place soon, is that actually Cadidio is part of small luxury hotels. We are live today.
Our old stomping grounds, Sir.J.
We are familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's another one coming soon, somewhere in the west of the U.S.
Really?
Yes, we'll hear about that a little later.
Okay. Okay, great. So that's another good news that we just, add today to be already live on the website. Well, our headquarters is in Rome, so my office is in Rome. I live in Tivoli, which is, for somebody that doesn't really know the area, it's about 30 kilometers from Rome. It's a quite famous city, even more ancient than Rome. But I'm originally from Puglia, and I know that Puglia boomed for US.
We have a hotel there, La Fiorentina.
Yeah, in Lecce. I love that place. Yeah. So I've been living there until August the 19th, 2019. And then love brought me to, to Rome. So yeah, the situation in Italy is actually not so bad. I mean, the RT, so the index of spread of the virus, it's under 1, generally speaking, in the country. We are just waiting for this new government to take to board, and so until the 15th of February we have a restriction of, so we cannot move from one region to the other. I'm missing my Puglia so much. Yeah, but actually almost all Italy is in the yellow color. This means that we can do most of the activities. We can move from one city council to the other, one area to the other. So it's just a matter of a bit of time to know when we can move from one region to the other as well. So that's a bit the situation, but there is not a total lockdown in any of the regions. So I think that the situation is getting better. Absolutely.
Yeah, I spoke actually just briefly with Fulvio from Imago yesterday.
Imago,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and he was saying that, they're starting to see bookings. There's activity. They actually think that things will be good for June. I am a little
less,
it's the same. I'm a little more hesitant saying a little bit later, but we're seeing activity, and that's really all that matters, I think, right now is
I think I mean, from what we are seeing in the bookings, in the requests, I think that this will be a bit like last year, meaning April, May is still Italians, if lockdown stop in Germany, in UK, so probably we might see somebody from the closer countries. And then hopefully, I mean, the requests that we are getting from countries like US or, I don't know, Australia, it's all from July, August, September. I would say more fall, September, October, even November, yeah.
And by the way, for those of you that joined a little bit late, this is Olga from our new property in Venice, Italy. And actually, Olga, we're going to likely have a hotel in Venice, California soon too. So we'll do Venice and Venice. Make it fun.
Yeah.
Maureen, you're gonna have to go down there.
Exactly.
Evelyn will. Yeah.
So probably it depends on when you can go first. If you can go first to California or to Italy.
Right.
So
okay, well, thank you, Olga.
Yeah, exactly. So I will pass the
torch.
Yeah, it's very Greek Olympics.
Yes, the torch. How appropriate, Jibu.
Yeah. Oh, Jibu, let's unmute you.
Yeah, we have to unmute her.
I unmuted. I didn't know I was going.
She's a tough one to mute.
So I see a lot of friends out there. My God, I can't even name you all, your smiley faces. So for you that haven't kept up with me, I have changed my job about a year plus ago. A lot of you knew me from Athens. Well, enough selling of Athens. I've moved to the Greek islands. And you know what I used to say when I would come to your offices, because I have been to many of yours, I would say, I was trying to sell Greece, the destination. And I would say, in Greece, we don't only have two islands, Mykonos and Santorini. We have so many others to offer. And now I sell Mykonos and Santorini. So I've learned to keep my mouth shut, never say that again, because I am selling now the two most well-known islands in Greece. Tonight, it's all about Mykonos because my boss of Santorini, Marcos, who many of you know, I think you've done this with Marcos J.MAKers, right? So we won't talk Santorini. Tonight, it's all about Mykonos. So for me, I work for three brothers. Their last name is Daktilidis. It's the same last name as the guys that own the Mykonian Collection hotels. They're first cousins. So who owns Mykonos? The Daktilidis family. So there you have it. So I work for the three brothers. One has the Mykonos Grand, which for many of you virtuosos here tonight, it's a virtuoso hotel. I work for the younger brother, Theo, who owns the Mykonos Riviera. For all you signature fans here tonight, I see Maureen, I see Katie. That's signature properties.
We call him T-Doc. T-Doc. We call him T-Doc.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then I also work for the last brother, Yannis. Now, Yannis owns the Petasos Beach. This hotel would not really be your star top deluxe hotel. It's a very good 4-star, but because
Sir.J. loves it.
But yeah, and because it opened many years ago, guys, it's got the best location on the island. So if you've got somebody looking for Mykonos, but they want a little bit better value of a hotel, Petasos Beach, it's in there. What have I been doing the last year plus? I got off an airplane, I think it was March 13th of last year, and I have said that I'm willing to seat in an airplane bathroom seat to get on a flight anywhere in the world. That's how desperate I am to get on an airplane.
Our
So
Greek week was a year.
desperation, huh?
Our Greek week was a year ago. It just showed up on
I
the
know.
first day.
So boredom is my middle name. I've gotten to know my husband because I've been married to him for 25 years, but I never really got to know him well because I was always on an airplane coming to see you guys. So I finally found out that I get along with my husband. Isn't that great? Now, unlike, huh?
Oh, so I was going to say, Jibo, you know, I'm from a small island too.
Uh-huh.
In the middle of
Long Island. No.
Manhattan? No. Manhattan.
My
Come on
favorite
now,
place
Long
in the
Island.
world. So
Sorry,
unlike
Helen.
Olga and what she was saying about Italy, in Greece, things are not going well with lockdowns. It's not the amount of our population, and it has nothing to do that we have a lot of people dying. It's just that our medical system in Greece, So in order to prevent us dying in places because we don't have enough doctors or enough hospital beds to take care of COVID patients, their name is lock them in and throw out the key. So that's what we are in now, another
Didn't
lockdown.
Greeks invent hospitals?
What did you say, John?
I thought that the Greeks invented hospitals.
Now that was on the island of Kos, and that was thousands of years ago. Remember what I said? Ancient Greeks built the Parthenon. Today's Greeks, they don't even know how to build sidewalks. That's why I never recommend any of your people walking from our hotel, wherever it is, in Mykonos, to the center of town, you know. And then really that's what it's all about. Like Olga said, we don't foresee a business in April, May. June even looks very weak right now, guys. So we're hopeful for July, August, starting with our European base and moving hopefully to our Americans and other further longer destination clients. So the end of Georgia for now.
Well, the good news is you don't even need a paved road to see J.MAK because you can jump on a ferry from New York City. So
exactly. Or you can take the subway. I mean, seriously.
Subway too. Yeah. Oh wait.
Don't forget the ferry. So
The ferry.
That's what he said.
Yeah, all about the ferry.
Us fairies love ferries.
So hi everyone. Nice to be invited. Nice to join you today. How do I follow George's talk? I feel like a best man after the father of the groom or the father of the bride has just spoken.
Come on, JP. You took me to a national park in Queens. I mean, who can touch that?
It was emotional. There we go. So hi everyone. My name's Julian Payne. I'm the general manager of the Rockaway Hotel in Rockaway Beach, New York. Queens, we opened, what did we do this year or last year? We opened the hotel on the 4th of September. So that was Friday of Labor Day weekend. We unofficially opened the hotel, and it's been busy. It's been busy changing things, which we all have to do in COVID times, from indoor dining to outdoor dining to rooftop dining to whatever. So it's been very busy. So we don't feel like a hotel that opened only 5 months ago. We feel like a hotel that's been able to grease all the wheels, and we've done it really well, and everyone's been really happy. Yeah, it's COVID stuff. We're dealing with it because there's no other choice really. Occupancy for this month, we're looking about 35% occupancy, which is not too bad. I think our average rate's around 215, which is, I'm happy with. The January numbers came out, and we actually doubled our budget for the rooms, which is fantastic. So we managed to, it's a hustle and a bustle, as I think we all know. We got a big piece of business from the New York Fire Department, and we negotiated that, and that's
Ladies, it's a good place to hang out in the lobby when the firemen are there. I will say, I was there just a few weeks ago. Julian put together a fam for a small agency out of New York, and I'm a native New Yorker. Now I'm from another island. Queens is part of a larger island, which is Long Island. And those of you that are in the area, honestly, I hadn't been to Rockaway since, and you know how old I am. I'm 50 now, so this is ancient times. But honestly, the beaches are just beautiful. They really are. The fact that you can take a subway there, the fact that you can take the ferry there, the product is really slick. It's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. Hardwood floors.
It's such a great little getaway. That was my first reaction. I saw it right end September. It was mid-September when I went out there. And just a perfect weekend escape from the city.
It's a real escape from New York.
In the city all summer. What a nice reprieve.
And also, I was saying to folks that maybe I know that you don't have a pile of international departures right now, but it's really close to JFK, and it's just so easy to pop over and spend the night someplace really quality before maybe you go off to Europe or elsewhere or on your way back. And then lastly, Julian took us to, on basically a tour of this national park with what were the birds, Julian? Osprey. It's incredible that you can take the subway there, or you can ride your bike there, or you can even, switch to a bus, and the bus will take you from the train. I would have walked it. It was really, I put it all over Facebook, so some of you saw it. But for those of you that are nearby, like Helen, or even you, Cheryl, or trying to see who else is nearby, it's really.
Already some questions about the hotel.
Yeah.
Seymour is nearby.
Yeah, where is she? I can't see her. But anyway, Julian, I didn't want to steal your thunder. I just wanted to chime in.
Thank you.
Julian, how far are you from Atlantic Beach? Where's that?
Atlantic Beach? Where?
That's out in Nassau County. I think it's about 30 minutes. Okay. About 30 minutes.
And then is the pool heated there? Somebody was asking. Amy.
Yep. Pool's heat. The pool. We've got snow here now, so we got ice in the pool at the moment. But don't let me stop you. But yeah,
polar plunge.
Exactly. The plan is we're going to open it 1st of May. We kept it open till November the 2nd. We just didn't want to close it. We had it open. It was perfect. People loved us. I think the feedback's been really good. We're an independent hotel with 53 guest rooms. We've got 8 long stay apartments, which are then given back to me to sell. They're up to about 1,200 square foot. So they're very big. They've got fully fitted kitchen, sitting room, bedroom, either 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom.
And Julian, there's a real crop right now of people saying they want to come visit. I'm watching on the chat here. And just so you're all aware, keep an eye on your Instagram and your newsletters. We're still waiting for the approval from Julian, but as soon as we have it, we're sending out a complimentary one-night stay to our top people like you. For those of you that want to get over there and just experience it, it really is a special place. I drove from up in Rhinebeck. It was easy. I went mid-morning, so it wasn't, a heavy traffic time, but we definitely want you folks getting there, because we had some folks that from Embark that came and stayed, and several of them have already booked clients there since they stayed. And one of them actually lives just down the road from the hotel. So we want you there. It's important.
And so we're a small hotel, independent. The owners and operators are in good company, hospitality. So The guys from New York might know In Good Company Hospitality. They had about 14 bars, restaurants, nightclubs in New York, like the Refinery Rooftop, the Mondrian, Clio, places like this. So so there's a very big food and beverage element and snazzle, I would say, to the hotel. So, you know, once we're reopened everywhere and indoor dining's opening up on Friday, thank goodness, it really brings a positive energy to the place and it gets people through the door. We have a big event space on the second floor, you know, 5,000 square foot, 2,000 square foot. So,
and your parking is still just valet, correct, Julian?
Sorry, what's that?
Parking is still just valet?
Yeah, parking, you know, as things pick up, we've got an overflow car park, so that's not an issue.
As Hunt was asking, I just said, I parked on the street, Susan, and yeah. it was easy. You know, you have to abide by New York City, you know, alternate side, and I'm used to that. But other than that, it was so easy to park on the street, and they will valet for you.
Yeah, parking in the summer is an issue, which is why we've got the overflow car park, and also for events. You know, if you've got an event for 350 people, you need to be able to accommodate them. So
they bought another lot. Don't worry, Susan.
We got a big lot, so I think that'll be the money maker. That'll be the money maker. Yeah. So that's it. So a bit about me. I'm British. Julian's the name. My father was. How did I get into hotels? My father is a J.P. as well. So he's a Julian Payne. He was at the Dorchester Hotel, Ritz Hotel, Savoy Hotel in London. And when I was a teenager, I did my training at the Savoy Hotel and then worked in Paris, worked in Hong Kong, came back to London with Mandarin and the Ritz Hotel, and then came over to the States about 5 years ago. So that's me. Happily married, Georgia, just like you. Reconnected with my wife yesterday. She's fine. So she's from Paris. Her family were associated with the Bristol Hotel in Paris for many years before they sold it in the 80s. Son is 18 years old. He's just flown the nest. He's in Loyola in Baltimore, which is great. And most importantly is a dog. And the dog's called Epping. So Epping is the last tube stop on the Central Line in London. You're going east, so you'll hear Epping Station, Epping Station.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. So a bit of fun information.
J.K. You're a star.
Thank you, guys.
Now we're going west, I think, right, Sir.J?
Off to J. Rob, who.
Yeah. Speaking of J. Rob, Sage Lodge, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining. Again, Sage Lodge, as mentioned, is not necessarily new, but we're slowly coming on the map. And heartfelt, grateful thank you to everyone that helped contribute that this year. 2020 was, again, I know we're all in a very challenging area, but Montana in the West is not as challenging as other places in the world. Through J.MAK, through so many of your colleagues and taking a chance, we saw a significant boom in the area, let alone Sage Lodge, but Montana, Wyoming, any place you can get your own pretty much acre to yourself, people are flooding the market and kind of sending their way over here. So we had a phenomenal 2020. 2021 is absolutely no different. Again, we're in a little bit of a bubble to where we're able to kind of spread out a little bit more than others. And we got a brand new building with fantastic airflow and people just feel very comfortable. So I think the key this year is really confidence. People getting confident to travel. Do they want to go to a big city? Maybe not for a couple more months. Do they want to go to a national park? Yeah, why not? Just to get an excuse to get out. So we are very lucky in the sense that we really don't have a lot of competition in the sense of luxury high-end properties in the area that's open to the north park of Yellowstone Park. So Yellowstone, giant first national park in the States. The north entrance is open year round, to which we're 25 minutes away. And again, everybody's looking for an excuse to get out. So why not go snowmobiling? Why not go snowshoeing? We got still beautiful spa and beautiful relaxation kind of programming dialed in within our property. So we're seeing, even in January, when again, I just joked with Jeff, it was negative 16 degrees today. But our hotel's full. Our hotel's full. Nobody cares. People are going out and having fun. They're adjusting appropriately. They love the kind of influx of just challenges.
I don't mean to interrupt. First of all, Susan was saying that her clients were there recently and they loved it. But Tim is asking, he's in Boston. He's asking, do you fly into Billings? Can you tell them more about the location and where you are?
So we're just about an hour outside of Bozeman. That's our international airport, and we're getting more and more direct flights every month.
And Tim is obviously not visiting jmak.com.
Yes, go to that site, get your info. But no, Bozeman is the preferred. If flying private, we do have a private kind of airline that goes through in the next over 45 minutes away or so. But most people come out of Bozeman, get a rental car, or we'll happily pick them up to get them down to Sage Lodge. But yeah, super exciting. 2021 is already nearly sold out for the summer. We're starting kind of, we have a few openings throughout basically our summer season. Let's call it Memorial Day through September. But fantastic product. Everyone that's been sending guests, certainly from the J.MAK network, have been very, very happy rebooking for next year's. We're already booking into 2023. It's
by the way, just to commend you and your team, Linda and Natasha are just stars. I mean, they are on it. They really get back to people. They fill holes. They help the advisor. If they're not able to do it, they end up kind of shifting dates around. And they also know, like if a client or an advisor is booking someone elsewhere, whether it's Wyoming or, they know these other spots, and they end up helping them kind of figure out how to switch the trip around if needed. So I see that regularly, and it's just such a nice thing to know you have such strong people on your team, in the booking department.
Genuine hospitality. They literally will tell their life story to everybody that picks up the phone, which is great. People love it.
I know all about them, yes.
and to your point, not many people, are traveling just to Montana. It's just such a natural gateway to do it. Jackson Hole, Montana, wine country in Washington, whatever that may be. There's a natural 7-day itinerary that's really working out for us.
And two more questions for you, J. Rob. First of all, are excursions commissionable, and are masks mandatory in your state?
Mandatory masks, that is still the case for us here. That is more or less the major restriction. Everything else you would never know outside of that. Because of our open space, we're able to have indoor dining. We're able to kind of open up our restaurants and kind of engage into the actual activities because we're outside 90% of the time.
And you will pick up at Bozeman?
We will. So we are, again, with our evolution, we're changing rapidly into adding transportation into our elements. So we can add that. We don't recommend it if we're just going to talk strategy right now, just because, again, you want the guests to get the rental car. You want them to go explore Yellowstone. We don't have the fleet to do that for everybody, but we can certainly do one-offs for the right client to kind of guide them and escort them around the area. In terms of excursions, they're currently not kind of bundled in right now, though that is changing. The big update this year is that we were outsourcing a lot of our fly fishing and Yellowstone Park tours to local vendors. That will no longer be the case in a few months as we've gained permitting to do everything within Sage Lodge, including getting onto the rivers, going into Yellowstone, and controlling the entire experience. So it was a big goal of mine to get that.
Sean's asking two things. Can you mention two of the unique things for the upper loop on excursions? And I'm stepping up. My mom's delivering lunch. I'll be right back.
Sure. So I guess a typical excursion when you come to Montana, again, a perfect itinerary would be 3 to 4 nights to really explore. You're going to be overwhelmed on night one. You're going to need to go to Yellowstone, and then you're going to need to explore the nearby hikes and mountains and just overall rivers to get in during the summertime. So a typical itinerary would involve 1 day on the river, regardless if they've ever fished before in their life. It's just about getting out there in general, just exploring. It's certainly worth it, no matter the interest of the individual. And then you have to get them into the park. Again, being 25 minutes away, just getting them to drive through on their own, or we can kind of course, guide the experience. Right now, the popular one is wolf trekking. So there's a pack of wolves that we go see every morning, and they're always there. And it's, very, very unique for our kind of clients to be able to see that. It's, certainly a rarity within other areas. They get to see them every morning at, 6 a.m. to go through the park and kind of make a day out of it. So it's getting on the river, it's going to Yellowstone, and then it's a spa day. We have a phenomenal spa, unbelievable views. So we kind of get everybody a solid itinerary.
You said popular, J-Rob. Well, you are popular. We have another question about your 7-day itinerary. They're looking, Nancy wants you to send details on that. So what we'll do is we can connect you. Nancy, you can just email us at hi@jmak.com and we'll connect you to Justin and his team. Somebody's saying hi to Jeff.
Yeah.
Sorry. I almost brought my mom on camera, but it was too difficult with the
Viv.
Yeah. Boy, let's see. I don't want to. We have 4 new messages.
This was another question, which is also available on jmak.com. But J-Rob, can you tell us your J.MAK amenity? Oh.
Did he freeze?
Uh-oh.
He either froze.
He said not only is it freezing there, but his internet is freezing. So, it's a basket of local products from the region.
It's really nice.
Property. Yeah. He might.
So I think he was so popular that he froze out.
He'll come back. I've been there. It's spectacular. I mean, I think you really have to think of it more as like an outpost to Yellowstone, because you come back to this beautiful property with gorgeous views of the mountains behind it. But even just from the hotel, I mean, you can do hiking, you can do biking. They have fly fishing on property. I'd never been out to that part of the country, and it's so worth the trip. It's spectacular. So that's my 2 cents. All right, what we could do is, we did have a question for Jibu real quick. So in terms of Greece, word on the street is that it's going to be one of the first countries that's going to allow vaccinated people to arrive quarantine free. Are you familiar with that policy?
That's what we're hearing. But besides the sidewalk situation, my government, it doesn't matter, left, right, in between. I'm not political in this respect. I don't trust them until I see it happening. But yes, we are definitely one of the countries, along with Denmark and some other European community countries, that are discussing this very strongly. Yes, that's the case.
Okay.
And Tim, by the way, just quickly, Tim asked, is horseback an option there? Not in Greece, Jibu, but in Montana. Yes, it is. And Tim, yes, I am in the camper van.
The Magnolia.
Jeffy?
Okay. Well, okay, so let's kind of, and J-Rob is coming back. We're letting him back in.
Oh, here he comes.
So let's talk about, what do you think are permanent changes from what's happened to us over the past year that you think will be lasting good changes to our industry? Open to anybody on the J.MAK side.
Well, I think that the first issue that people are going to take care of is the sustainability and the vicinity to the community. So people will always be careful about how much the hotels or the suppliers are doing to guarantee a sustainable holiday, but at the same time to be sustainable for the community and for the entire world. So I think that will be the most important change that we'll have. And related to that also choosing the big spaces, these places that can connect them with the nature. So at least for the next months or years as well, I think that this will be, because we have been so much restricted with so many restrictions that really I believe that will be talking about luxury. What luxury is? It's not having the suite with marbles or anything. It's just having this kind of experiences that can enrich yourself, can connect to families, but also group of friends and so on. So I think this is very important. And also from a digital point of view, I believe, digital activities have increased dramatically. And so brands that have not a strong presence on web, I think that will disappear completely at the eyes of the potential clients. So that's another thing. In fact, I'm attending a nice digital marketing course with Cornell University,
Cool.
which is it's very interesting. And there is a word behind that. So
I think
also for salespeople, because right now that we cannot connect personally, we cannot attend roadshow, a sales call. So digital, it's what we have.
I think also, you brought a good point is, it's been a great time to educate ourselves, all of us, on how better to sell the product, how to make sure we have the most information. And one of the reasons that I always joke about jmak.com in all seriousness is we really do try to get, good information there for you, the advisors, in one stop. So it will tell you, for example, Alex and our team and I were like arguing this morning about the new lake house out in the Finger Lakes. They are lucky. They have 3 airports. It's Buffalo, Rochester, and also Syracuse. Syracuse actually has probably more flights than Rochester. Rochester's closer, but Buffalo has more long haul flights. So it's actually, even better. So there's 3 ways to get there. We put all that on the website. We usually put the number of rooms. We put whether they're part of, small luxury or preferred or virtuoso or signature. There's so many different things that we've added, and a lot of that information has come from you, the advisors, telling us, hey, I remember in Paris, Evelyn, you were like, wait a minute, it's not this many miles from the hotel. She's French, she knows. So we changed those things, and we like to be able to update information for you, not only the hoteliers, but also the advisors. Jibu, you look like you wanted to say something.
No, I'm listening because for me, I think for me as a Greek, I will say the thing that I hope will change in Greece after this situation hopefully goes away is the word responsibility. And I don't mean responsibility only to yourself, but responsible the way you price your product, responsibility in your cancellations and deposits, responsibility in working with people that are really above the table, not under the table. You know what I'm saying? And for Greeks and maybe other nationals that think, oh my God, tourism, it's going to be great next year. No, what happens when tourism is not good? How are we responsible to our staff? Responsible, that's what I'm saying, to be a kind, responsible human being and a good professional in your job, and not take granted that you're going to be running 99% occupancies at 2,000 euro average rate a night.
But the commission on that is nice.
No, you know what it is, John? I have been working in Greek tourism since 1985. Some of you were not even born when I say this.
I was too.
But Greece has been through a lot of this in many years. TWA hijackings, the Serbians fighting above us, the Libyan below us, so Gulf War I, Gulf War 95, we never had 10 great tourism years. And the young generations in Greece do not remember these things. Right. So in one way, I hate what's happening, but in one way, it taught the younger generation in our industry to be responsible. That's what I can say.
I think it's great. Oh, well said, Georgia. Helen liked it.
I think you just hit the nail on the head. And I would say it's really been about genuine hospitality really shining and really counting, and people really appreciating that. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, correct?
Yeah. I have to say, I was supposed to be leaving tomorrow for Massachusetts. And so I had to get a special reservation to fit this rig on the ferry to go to Martha's Vineyard. Now, everyone's like, what the hell is J.MAK going to Martha's Vineyard in the middle of a snowstorm? But I think it's good to visit our partners when they're quiet. So I usually go when it's slow. It gives us more time to talk about things. It gives us time to strategize about what we're going to do. It also gives me the ability to show you guys that I'm out there safely, you know, visiting in my own unit, you know, trying to do the right thing. But what happened was, and I should have known this because the restrictions were in place since August for Massachusetts, but because I made a ferry reservation, the Massachusetts government contacted me and said, hey, you know, we see that you're going to Massachusetts and you're from New York, you know, when's your last COVID test? You know, are you coming on business or is it personal? And I'm like, oh my God, you know, here we go. I ended up canceling my trip because I just felt like, you know, it wasn't really ethical of me to go and kind of fudge the forms. Now I had a COVID test. Unfortunately, I'm not vaccinated yet, but most of my family is. But, you know, I'll just push it back. But I think we've really educated ourselves on so many things. I mean, I'd never been even to, you know, the lake where the lake house is. And, you know, I'm a native New Yorker. So I think it's really, we've educated ourselves on so many things locally that maybe we haven't before. And I think that's been great. And we're spending obviously more time with our families. But it doesn't mean I'm not coming for you in the RV. I'm still coming. Anybody else? Anybody have questions? Georgia was asking. Daphne wants to know, think Greece is possible for summer. I mean, what are your thoughts? We can't hear you. You're muted. There we go.
No,
Hold
again.
on. Hold on. Jeff, can you unmute her?
I have to ask to unmute. I have to ask permission.
Oh my God.
There she is.
Sorry, I did it. Okay, so yes, I believe Greece will be ready. Even from we're opening Mykonos the 1st of June. Marcos in Santorini is looking at Santorini, as you realize, guys, has a much longer season than Mykonos, for you that might not be aware. So Marcos is actually looking for Santorini to open at least one of our hotels in late April. Don't forget, this year, Greek Easter is a month after Catholic Easter. So our Easter this year is May the 2nd. Will Greeks have this, as we say, to travel? But we are huge travelers within ourselves during the Greek. It's our biggest holiday. It's much bigger than a Christmas would be for Catholics in the US. So yes, we'll be ready. We will be ready. And we will plan to definitely open one of the Canaves properties, one of the Mykonos properties from the dates that I told you, and then we will open the rest as demand comes in. Athens operates, the Grand Breton, you know, a lot of you know that I work there, have been open 365 days this year. They haven't closed. The Four Seasons down by the water in Athens, one of their buildings is open all winter long. So yes, we're ready. We're ready.
And by the way, Susan, I'm not bringing the kids. I'm trying to get away from them. Are you crazy? I'm coming by myself. Just making sure we covered everybody else.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, J-Rob's back.
J-Rob's back. By the way, I don't know who won
when you were gone. So I filled them in on my trip. So we're covered about the hotel. Anything else?
By the way, somebody, I don't know who 15169 is, but they say Atlantic Beach is 5 minutes or 5 miles.
5 miles. 5 miles.
Yeah, 5 miles from you. So, I mean, 30 minutes seems long. Anyway, I don't. Oh, someone said I should drive west. I'm driving west too. Anyhow,
15169. Who are you? Who are you?
Yeah, who is 15169? We want to know who you are.
Oh, 15169.
Is it an intruder? Is it like somebody from another?
No.
Is it another like hotel company or?
Maybe it's.
I mean, there's no other rep than us. I mean, we all know that. I don't know. You know, I think we should give somebody a free stay that figures out who 15169 is.
Right.
Does anybody else see 15169?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm going to change my handle. Mary had no, Mary didn't have a question. We have one new message.
Yeah, agreed. Any closing remarks then? Anybody?
Anybody want to add anything before we run?
I wanted to mention the quarantine-free tested flights by Delta, and I don't know if you are aware of that, but I think it's a good news. So basically, Alitalia and Delta are operating some flights from Atlanta and New York, JFK to Roma Fiumicino. So people coming from US actually, of course, only for essential travel. That's the only case you can travel, but you are not requested to do the quarantine when you arrive in Italy. So you test before departure and then in Fiumicino at the airport upon arrival. So I don't know, some of the people working in travel might use, I mean, the reason of traveling for work and come to Italy in this way.
Anybody else? Did you guys, Julian or Justin, did you guys want to say anything before you feel like you didn't get enough time, or?
No, I'm good. I just want to say thank you and look forward to welcoming you all to the hotel. Great surfing beach, Rockaway Beach, big surfing. Yeah. So yeah, if you want a surfing lesson, we can organize that.
And likewise, I really hope everyone gets a chance to come out west. Please stop by. We'll make sure to take great care of you. But Montana is on the market.
Thank you. And I'll just wrap up with saying thank you all. Look, we know it's not easy, but we're in this together. I've said it before. You know, I think we've learned so much. You know, I mean, we're very lucky in the position that we've been in, and I think that's, you know, due to our hard work and great partners like all of you on the hotel side and the agency side. I mean, we are so lucky to have you behind us. I think you know that we're behind you 1,000,000%. We will always fight for you on the hotel side and on the agency side. And don't be surprised if I do actually show up in your driveway, because I'll be in New Jersey tomorrow. Thank you all.
Dear friends, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, Boy wants to say, I'll just say goodbye. He's back. He's back. He's on the road. So that way I'm not lonely. Quick, hang up on me before I ruin it.
Okay, bye.